So yesterday we started with the functions. Now the last function I was discussing is your criterion composition of your concat. Now whenever you're dealing with your concat, I was saying that concat can take only two parameters as an argument. But whenever you're working with your parameters, if you're expecting more than two parameters, then you should definitely go for the sake of nesting. Now generally a question comes from students like, so how many levels of nesting we can do? There's no limit for the functions when they are going for the sake of nesting as one of the criteria. The most powerful factor behind the functions when you're going for nesting is one function's return value will automatically becomes the parameter to the next level of the value. Therefore, you should always understand the innermost functions are always executing first and the outermost functions are just following through that particular piece of the process. So, whenever you start working with any particular function, we have one function called a substring. Now the name is very simple. When you want a part of the string from the overall string, then we generally make use of substring. Now substring as a fundamental logic, if you're not catching up, it can definitely get you into the trouble. So whenever you deal with your construct of substring, it returns specified characters from character value, starting from a specific position what you mentioned, that is anything like m, and the number of characters what you want from that particular piece of the position. So this is the fundamental syntax of a substring whenever you are trying to work out, where we define the column or a constant of the expression on which it has to operate. The position is mentioned here, means from where I want the substring I will mention from here, and the number of characters we want to cut, that number of characters will be mentioned from here now. Now here you should always try to understand one thing. If your position is given as 0, a string cannot have a 0 position. Therefore Oracle automatically converts it into 1. Oracle automatically converts it into 1. So you need to just understand the point now. The position can be positive, the position can be negative. When the position is positive, we start from the left side and we start moving towards the right side. When the position is negative, we start from the right side and go towards the left side. Means this particular function has the ability, this function always has the ability to travel on both sides of the string. Be very clear about that. So whenever you start working, the number of characters what you are picking up, should be a positive number. It cannot be 0 and it cannot be negative. If it is either negative or 0, your function automatically returns a null. Be very clear about that. So substring function returns a null whenever your corresponding number of characters what you are picking up are absolutely 0 or negative numbers. You can even give floating point numbers, but whenever you are giving floating point numbers, it takes only the integer part and it automatically rejects the decimal part. Be very clear about that. So function has its own fundamental intelligence and it can start working as per its requirement very properly, adjusting certain things now. Now for the next few minutes, if you are participating, you will understand the function very quickly. Especially first time beginners, you better see that you are keeping your concentration very properly with these functions, because the function's name is not difficult, the function's implementation rule is not difficult, but the function's applicability is very important. Be very clear about that, okay? Just make it know. Whenever substring is implemented, it always returns a part of the string. It always returns part of the string as mentioned through the position, and the number of characters. Okay, next point. While picking up the substring from an existing string, we can always travel in any direction. upon the actual string. upon the actual string. Okay? For the next few minutes, you are participating and I'll just only help you. Now we'll take a very simple data and we'll start working with it. So let us just take something like we'll just take that particular part of the characters, okay? That becomes easy for us. And then here I'm calling substring and I'm just passing that entire string over there. And we're just trying to say the position is 0. Okay, the position is fundamentally 0. And the number of characters I want to pick up are 5. From dual. Okay. Now, whenever we work on this, now you just watch when we are executing this. Since I said the position is 0, you should always understand it automatically fixes the pointer at this location, converting the particular 0 internally to a value of 1. Try to understand that. So without your knowledge, this value of 0 is getting converted to 1. That's what is fundamentally happening. And from that position, I'm saying that I want totally 5 characters. So when I'm saying I want totally 5 characters, counting from here it will start. A is 1, your B is 2, C is 3, D is 4, and your E is 5. So it should give you those 5 characters, including from the position. Try to understand the particular factor. So you have to understand how those particular parameters are actually functioning. Be very, very clear about these constructs. So just check here when I'm executing this, it's just giving me the substring as A, B, C, D, E. So whenever we are working on the process, when the position is given as 0, it automatically converts the position to 1. It automatically converts the position to 1. Be very, very clear on those constructs. And from that position, it is picking up including the position. So A, B, C, D, E is a substring of the main string whatever you have provided. Now we will just try to make a change in these values and you need to just understand the constructs now. Now I am saying the position. So the moment I said the position is 3, where is the pointer placed now? C. Now from C I am expecting how many number of characters? 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it has to give you the data as C, D, E, F, G. So how it is recognizing the position to the number of characters is just a concentration. It's one-time practice, be very clear about that. Now the same way, you just watch here, I am saying that my position is 6. Where I am? Tell me, F. Now am I mentioning the number of characters? No. When you don't mention the number of characters, it travels to the end of the string. So you fix the position, but you did not give the number of characters, it automatically travels to the end of the string. This not giving the number of characters is not a mistake. Be very clear about that. It automatically goes to the total end of the particular string. Now, from F, exactly how many characters I have? From F, how many characters I have? 7 characters I have. Now, I am giving 6 as a position, that is F, then I am saying 10. Do I have 10 characters after that? No. It travels up to the end without any error. Means if the number of characters what you are picking up are more than the actual characters that are existing, it doesn't give you error. It travels up to the end and stops. Try to understand this auto behavior of your particular function. That's very, very important. Now in the same way, now whenever you are trying to work with the criteria and composition of this, let us say, you just check I'm saying minus, I said 5. Minus 5 means from the right side it should start now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? It is keeping the position from which side? Right side. Suppose like I said minus 8. What happens now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's how from the right side it will start now. Now from the right side it is starting, then I said comma. I want the number of characters. Okay, the number of characters I said is select 4. Now here the beginner has only one confusion. First time beginners what they do is, because the position is in the reverse order, they will come to conclusion that even the number of characters are picked in the reverse order. That is wrong. Position is kept in the reverse order, but number of characters are taken in the original order. Try to be very, very clear about this particular construct. Therefore, you just watch, it is giving you E, F, G, H. So when the position is negative, we fix the position in the reverse order, but we pick up the number of characters in the original order. Always try to understand this particular factor as quick as possible. Okay, just make a note. Whenever the position is fixed, with a negative number, the position is fixed with a negative number, the position is applied from the right side of the string. The position is applied from the right side of the string. The position is applied from the right side of the string. But when the number of characters are picked up, they are picked in the original direction of the string. Okay, this is one very important point. You have to keep it in your mind whenever you are working with a substring. Now, here the next construct what you need to understand is, I am saying that I want 5.25. I am giving a floating point value, comma I am saying 6.35. Now when I am giving floating point values, it will take only the integer part, rejecting the floating part. So it's not an error. So 5.25 is taken as 5 and 6.35 is taken as what? 6. So from the fifth position, 6 characters are given to you directly. So floating point numbers can be supplied, but when it is taking these numbers, it will take them as purely integer values. Try to understand that. Now, just check one thing. I am giving my position as suppose say like 6 now. Now where I am? F. Yes or no? I am on F. Now from there I just want to go with the number of characters, but I am saying number of characters is 0. Whenever you give the number of characters as 0, it will give you a null. So you are saying that don't give me any characters, that's the reason it is giving you null. Now, even when it is a negative number, when the number of characters is negative number, then also it returns a null. So the position can be a negative number, but the number of characters what you are picking up are not expected to be either 0 or negative. It always returns constructively a criteria of the value which is a null. Now, if we are just remembering the rule of the construct of NVL, then we can always take some advantage. What is that? We are saying NVL of, here we are just trying to say, so we are just trying to say, check the character picker, ampersand of give chars, now you just watch, it's asking me, the position is 6, it's asking me the number of characters 3. Now definitely I think we are getting that particular value of 3 characters now. From there I'll just rename and adjust this column so that it will be easy for you to catch up. It is asking me the number of characters. I said 5. Starting from the 6th position is giving you 5 characters. Now I'm running once again. It's asking me the number of characters. I said 0. Because we are using NVL, you can just watch the advantage of utilizing the function properly now. The end user is getting a message, fatal error, check the character picker. Now if I can just make a small adjustment on this, you'll understand. So which function you should call when it is all a preparation. Nesting of functions, you cannot keep it aside. Be very clear about that. You should know where to call a function by nesting. The behavior of the function is known, then you can always apply that. Now here you can just watch, I am giving the character picker as 5. So because I am using NVL, I am able to get my null converted into a value. When I was not using that NVL, we were getting the construct and composition of those particular values with respect to nulls as a criteria. So you need to just understand the function by its behavior and then call that particular piece of the function. So these are all general examples to understand exactly what substring is doing. So can we use substring in a fundamental real-time cases? Definitely yes. There's nothing like you can't. It all depends like how exactly you're trying to go with the process. So you just watch here. We are saying select ename comma, we are saying job, and I'm saying substring of we're just going with job column comma, and we are just saying the position is 1. I want the 3 characters. So I'm just saying that this is the job ID. So are we not getting the job ID, considering that as from first character to the 3rd character, we will identify the jobs with the job ID. So it all depends like how you just think of putting the particular function to your requirement. Now in one of the specification, your interviewer is asking one question like this. Now it's just saying that please design the employee ID in my organization with the employee number hyphen, the job ID hyphen, the department number hyphen, the date and year when he was recruited. He is saying that please write a query that can give me my employee ID like this. When the client, when your interviewer is just giving you one problem, how many times you can understand to that particular problem what requirements you need. So nowhere, no interviewer will tell you, please tell me what is a substring function. If we ask you what is meant by substring function, definitely you will give answers. So we will give you a problem and can you understand the situation, analyze it and then give the solution. So you just watch here. I'm just trying to say employee number concatenated with, then I'm just going with substring of job comma 1 comma 3 concatenated with department number concatenated with substring of hire date comma. Now I want this particular month now, so I just need to say 4 comma 3 concatenated with forward slash, and then we are just working with the process with concatenation substring of your hire date, and you're expecting this now, this 3 plus 3, 6, 6 plus 1, 7, 8 position, comma 2. And I'm just trying to say employee ID. Then I'm going with employee number, comma, ename, job, comma, department number, comma higher edit for your confirmation. Then I'm just trying to say from EMP. Format. So I think this is my employee ID that has been generated through the process. Just missed one icon here. Here we missed one icon. So no interview will ask you a straightforward question. If he is just giving you certain situation, how many times you can understand the situation and write the corresponding query that is expected. So where is the chance that you can just start by hearting the process now? So you need to just understand the rule, and understanding the rule you should write your fundamental queries very quickly, that's all. At the same time, let us watch here. We are saying select employee number comma e-name, department number comma job, and I'm saying from EMP where substring of job 4 3 is equal to age. I'm saying that exactly from the fourth position, taking 3 characters, the pattern should match to age. Who says that always like operator is compulsory? So it all depends on how exactly you're picking up through the process. So you need to know what is that particular construct you are basically following. So every function can influence the where clause. So this function is going and working on the job column, starting from 4th position. When 3 characters are taken, it should be exactly age. So this is matching to that, exactly from that position to the number of characters. So when you are working with your criteria, how you can say that a function can be only part of the projection or anything? It all depends. Therefore, when functions are coming into the reality of implementation, so how many number of functions I can use in nesting? Who knows, man? Your requirement will tell you how you should go for the sake of nesting of your functions. There's nothing like in by heart on the process now. So the innermost function will start working first. So the innermost function means it's basically nothing but your substring function is working here. Your substring function is working on the job column, starting from first character, you're taking 3 characters, and we are restricting the job to manager, so it's giving you man. It's basically meaning giving you man. Now this man I'm implementing where the criteria and composition of the process where the init cap. So because of this it became man like this. Now this man along with that concat, it automatically became man eater. Now this man eater concatenated where the next part of the process. So I'm just thinking very clearly from innermost function to the outermost function, how I should travel so that my requirement can be closed. So for these kind of questions, where is the concept of by-hearting, tell me? It's just giving you, your interviewer is giving you some output like this and is saying that ename comma job from EMP where job is equal to manager. Taking this data that is existing in the table, can you get me an output of this? That's what he's asking you. He's not saying that you can write as you like now. Considering this data when this query is executed, whatever kind of query you are executing here, considering the data that is returned by this query, can you just convert the data into this kind of format? Now how many times you can expect that he's expecting such a lot of complication from you? Majority of the times we don't ask you questions, we give you situations. The more you can catch the situations, it's more better rather than just catching up that particular function by its definition. See, if suppose a question called as what is substring is asked, how many times I can expect that at the age of say like 21 to 23 you cannot give the definition. Substring definition can be given if you are having clear common sense from some English dictionary. But implementation is what I'm going to expect, not the definition from you. So, recognize the function carefully. The next function we have is length function. Now, length function is a function that works on the character data, but it returns the numerical value. It returns a number. This is the first function we are seeing where it takes a character and returns a number. Don't forget that. So you can just watch here. We are saying select. Suppose like I am saying the number of characters in the string are length of from dual. So it's asking you the data, let us say you said apple. So it's clearly telling the number of characters in the string apple are 5 characters. So it counts the physical number of characters in any particular string. So I'm running this, let us say, I'm just trying to say, I'm giving including space now. Now whenever you are giving the data, it automatically counts the number of characters and tells you. The string corporate studio are 16 characters. So within any particular string, I want to know how many characters are there. We always go with the construct and composition of length. The same way you can just watch. When you are trying to work out on this select, I am saying from EMP. So for every employee, it's telling how many characters it contains. For every employee's name. Now let us say like, I'm going with my construct by saying where length of ename is equal to 5. Get me the employees whose name is exactly containing 5 characters length. This is a function we use for validating the minimum and maximum inputs and outputs that should come or that should go into the database. Especially the username when you are registering, the passwords when you are registering. Without this function, you cannot go for validations. A username should be minimum 8 characters, maximum 16 characters. Validation will be done only by length function. So every function has one area of its applicability. You should know that. The function can look very simple by its sense, but you should know where to apply that particular piece of the function by its requirement. So every function will have its own key role to play. The next function we have is in-string function. Now majority of the times people misunderstand in-string function is equal to substring. Absolutely, there is a great lot of difference between these two. Substring always returns the number of characters from a particular position. In-string always tells you the position where the particular number of characters, where the particular position of the pattern will start. Substring returns a pattern. In-string tells you the position where the pattern is there. So I want to know the position where the particular pattern is existing. Then I will go for what? In-string. In-string returns a number once again. It works on character data but returns a number. Be very clear about that. So you need to just understand the way that particular piece of the function upholds the process. That is very, very important. So technically when you are dealing with the rule of the in-string as in construct, you need to understand in-string will have a position and also number of occurrences with respect to that particular position. The number of occurrences have to be understood very carefully. And the pattern can be a single character or the pattern can be multiple characters. Means in practical reality, the pattern what we are supplying is nothing but a substring which we want to search for its position. The correct definition if you want to use for in-string is, in-string is a function that will try to search for a substring corresponding to that particular position. So where it is existing, it will search and it will try to tell us. Therefore the function returns always an integer indicating the position where the character or where the pattern is starting, indicating the position where the pattern is starting. Now once again by position, if the position is positive, left to right. If the position is negative, right to left. It can travel in both the directions. Be very clear about that. So position can be positive or negative, but number of occurrences should always be positive. If we don't give the position and number of occurrences, defaults that to 1. Automatically defaults that value to 1. If the search is not successful, means whatever pattern you are given, that pattern is not found, then in such cases it returns with 0, not an error, saying that that particular pattern was not found. That's a kind of construct it tells you. For the next few minutes, first you should work on one simple fundamental value what I am taking. If you can understand the behavior on this, then I will take you into the complications. One thing you should remember, without your knowledge, substring and in-string are directly questioned in your interview rooms by giving you some problem and expecting a solution from you. So you cannot deny and you cannot definitely ignore these two functions. Be very, very clear about that. They are very, very important functions in real time, not only in databases, even in data warehouses. Because in data warehouses, these two functions will come under data cleaning areas. Without these functions, you cannot clean the data and then you cannot consolidate the data in data warehousing architectures. So you just watch here, I am saying string, that's the alias. Now I am saying in string of. Now we are taking the string as it is. Now I want answers from you. I want to search for R. R is available or not available? Available. At which position? Third position. It is at the third position. Now so in-string always returns the position where the pattern is existing. Is the point clear to you? In-string always returns the position where the pattern is existing. Be very clear about that. I'll just format this column. Now let us just make some changes now. Okay, now you are coming along with me. If I don't keep any position, any occurrence, it takes default as 1 and 1. For clarity, I can keep like this. Now what I am telling here, can you tell me? For any function you are writing, this is another skill you have to development. For any function you are writing, you should know how to prepare one English statement. Just to do that practice very seriously. Within the string, search the pattern called as R from the first position for first occurrence. Or find the in-string position of the pattern R from the original string called as string from first position to first occurrence. In your English, in whichever way you can prepare a statement, prepare it. Your English is good, your SQL is good. Your SQL is good, your English is good. Now it is only your practice. Now I don't think we can learn something like that. So you just watch here, starting from the first position for the first occurrence, means wherever it is found for the first time, tell me whether R is available or not. So it returns you with the same value called as what? 3. Now I want once again from you. I am saying my position is 2 now. Where is my position? T. My position is T. What I am searching? R. For how many occurrences? 1 occurrence. So starting from this particular position, when I started searching for R for first time, found or not found? Found. So what is the in-string value? What is the in-string value? 2. So all the students are into the 2, correct yourself immediately. So always remember, search will start from where you are fixing to the number of occurrences what it is expecting, but in-string value is given always from the starting of the original string. That is its nature. So why it is working like this? It is one algorithm, man. In-string is one algorithm. Oracle is just representing that. So the universal rule of the algorithm is that. So whenever in-string is working, in-string gives a value from where? From the starting of the string, not from the position from where you are searching. Try to keep that very clear. Search starts from the position, but when the in-string value is given, it is given from the original location of the actual string. Now once again, I want answers from you. I am searching for what? R. From which position? Third position. For how many occurrences? How many occurrences? 1 occurrence. Found or not found? What is the value? What is the value? 3. That should go and fit in your brain first of all. Once again, you are searching for what? R. From which position? Fourth position. For how many occurrences? 1. Found or not found? Not found. What's the value? 0. So what it is saying is, from the fourth position, when I am searching for R, I did not find that. So search is always from where? Position. Search is always from the position. So from the position, did you find the data? That is what it is trying to say. Is the concept clear to you? Now, you are coming once again through the process now. I am saying -2. Where I am? Tell me now. I am at N. I am searching for what? R. Now I am searching for how many occurrences? 1 occurrence. Found or not found? So what is the value? What is the value? 0 or 3? Be careful, okay? It is 3. The people who said 0, you are following substring. I already came to another function called as in-string, okay? Every function has its own behavior. So the people who said 0, your brain is partially working for in-string, partially for substring. That's the reason you have done the mistake. We will fix the position in the reverse order. We will search in the reverse order. Are you catching me? In in-string, the position is fixed in reverse order. Searching is also done in the reverse order only. Be very clear. But when position is given, when that particular character is given, it is given in the original order. It is not given as 4, it is given as what? 3. So string always returns the position by the natural order of the string. But search can be conducted in reverse order with the number of occurrences. Be very clear about that. There were no confusions. Are you catching the point now? Now, till now I am using the pattern as single character or multiple characters? Single character. Now I am saying rin. Okay? Now I am saying first position, first occurrence. Found or not found? Found. What is the value? What is the value? 3 or 3, 5, 3, 4, 5? 3. Okay? Always the starting of the pattern. Always where the pattern is matching, there it will give you. So be very, very clear. So can we use this for only searching characters or patterns now? Patterns. Now I am just trying to say string rings. Okay? Now I want answers from you. I am searching from 1 for the first position for the first occurrence of R. What is the value? 3. Now I want to search for R from first position for second occurrence. Found or not found? Found. What's the value? 7. So it is saying that second time R is found from the first position at 7th position. So this is number of occurrences. Very, very simple mechanism to work for very high level text searching techniques in industry. These are all first level fundamentals I am telling you. On these functions, if your constructs are not clear, your text searching mechanisms which are very complicated in industrial implementations can be out of your scope. Your understanding the functions ability is very important, man. Now you watch carefully once again. I am saying rin. Okay, I am searching for a pattern called as what? Rin. Starting from first position for how many occurrences? Second occurrence. Found or not found? Found. What's the value? 7. Now I want answers from you. I am taking this with 3. I am searching from where? R. Searching for what? Rin. How many occurrences? Second occurrence. Found or not found? Found. What is the position? 7. Now, I am saying 4. I am searching for what? Rin. From which position? I. I am searching from I. How many occurrences? How many occurrences? Second occurrence. Found or not found? Found or not found? What's the value? 0. Be careful. Okay? On the process, whenever you are working, you need to be very specific. On the criteria, you are just shifting. Automatically, this pattern is here, the value is here. So, it can understand that. Therefore, anywhere in the pattern is not the rule. Position is always what? Starting of the pattern. Position is always what? Starting of the pattern, not anywhere in the pattern. So that 0 why it is coming, we should be very clear. Are you catching the point now? These are the areas where we should be careful because the position can be misunderstood. Now, come along with me once again. I am saying -3. Where I am? N. Okay. How many occurrences? 2 occurrences. What I am searching for? Rin. Found or not found? Found. What is the value? What is the value? 3 or 7? So don't do the mistake. People keeping 7, you are mistaking. I am searching here first time. This is second time. Now whenever you are going in reverse order, where the string is ending, it will give you that position. Once again, I am saying 4. Where I am? Commandment I. Yes or no? Now I am searching for which occurrence? Second occurrence. Now found or not found? What's the value? Okay? That's where you have to test on both the sides. The reason I said be careful. You cannot test it on one side and say string is correct now. Its behavior on that side is in one way, its behavior in reverse order is in another way. So when you are taking negative positions anywhere in the string, But when you are taking original position, only starting of the string. Generally, at least once we don't do this, you'll just go in interview rooms. We know student doesn't practice as what. Let me tell you one thing, 70% will ask you what you are not practicing. So how you will know? We definitely have an idea on which topic the student practices in which way. So keep your efforts ready properly and start working through the constructs whenever you are dealing with the compositions of the compositions. Function is not important for me here. Function's behavior is very important. Therefore, you sit for 10-15 minutes about a function and you say your practice is completed, I think it's wrong. How much you do your own R&D upon your functions. Therefore, when you come to the rule of the functions and you start working, you should have clarity how these functions will behave with you on the rule by their existence or their executions. I am saying corporate flow, search for R, starting from third position for second occurrence. So it's definitely at the 14th position. So when you execute this and you get this value, you cannot come and ask me, sit and work. So how many times you are to the rule and you are executing through the process. These functions can dynamically work upon your data that's there in the construct. Instinct on job, search for A, starting from first position for second occurrence. So here it is there. Now why I can't take this and keep it into filter and say equal to 4. So I'm very simply saying that get the details of all the employees whose designation contains A for the second occurrence from the first position exactly by fourth position. Means when your client is telling you to search some data, how fast you can search the data by positions. Suppose like I'm removing this way clause, it dynamically works. It dynamically works through the whole process. So in president A is not there. In manager A is at the fourth position for second time. In salesman it is at the 7th position. In clerks we don't have A. In analyst it is at the 3rd position. Dynamically is it not returning to the position for the second time where that A is found? So what is my advantage if I know all these things now? That's where we will definitely trouble you. Be very clear about that. My next 10 to 15 minutes what I am speaking, you have a catch up, man, okay? Now, how you are concentrating, that's your mind. It's not my mind now. One day what your interviewer will do is, he'll just give you a string like this. And he says, please write a query such that in first column, I can get this data as sample. In the second column, I can get this data as text. I want this output to be displayed in two different columns, one sample, the next text. That's what he says, that's all. And he'll be checking how you'll write the query. Every student will write the query, well, not only you, but different students have different strategies to write now. Now one of the students is understanding the query like this. Watch. Select sample text which is original string. Okay. Then he is writing sample string 01 text string 02 from dual. Nobody can complain that he is wrong, man. Okay? But your interviewer is understanding the ability of your logic here. That's all. Now you cannot blame the interviewer, sir, he did not tell me how I should do this. If we tell you how to do, then what is your logic? By asking this question, I am not testing you for great things. I am only testing you will apply your logic in which way. No doubt. I said, please give me first column with sample, second column with the text. So this gentleman understood very perfectly, and he himself said that, give me this, give me this. Another student is working now. The same question was asked to another student, and he is just defining this now. Watch. He is saying substring of, he took the sample text, and then he started saying, starting from first position, cut the 6 characters. Then the next one, what he represented is, take the sample text. So this is 6 plus 1, 7, 7 plus 1, 8. So starting from 8th position, cut the 4 characters. Now this student is also correct. Who says he is wrong? But his logic is somewhat critical than the previous guy. It's good. But if this is not a solution, he gave me an answer, he did not give me a solution. So how you can say that? Simple. If I change my number of characters or the position, this will not work. Means this, whatever logic he gave me with substring, this logic can work only when, tell me, underscore is at 7th position only. If underscore position is changing from 7th to anywhere, this logic will not work. So he gave me one answer, he did not give me a solution. We expect solutions from you. We definitely expect solutions from you. So here you can just watch, this guy is giving me solution. So he is also doing the same thing. No. He is using my substring and instring and is giving me solution. So now you can say that. Come along with me. Watch. I am saying in this place, ampersand of give string. I am replacing this substitution variable everywhere. And now you watch, it's asking me the string. I said air, okay, underscore plane. Where is my underscore? 4th position. It gave me. Now I am saying define give string is equal to, I am just trying to say pattern. Now where is my particular underscore here? Where is my particular underscore there? Tell me, 11th position. Anywhere the underscore is there, it's cutting now. So are you giving solutions? Are you giving answers? That's very important when you're sitting. Especially people giving experience. We want solutions from you. We don't want the criteria and composition of the constructs with answers. So what do you mean? You just watch here. It's asking me one thing now. I'm just trying to say, so it is mechanization process, I said. So whenever I'm saying this, you just watch. Is it not cutting exactly to the process? So how many times you can give the constructor? Yesterday suddenly it stopped.
5 minutes.
No, almost the full 1 hour. So you need to just check out this particular process. So here what is happening you should understand. And here you just watch carefully how this logic is working. This logic is working to know where that underscore is always there. So here it's not too complicated, but the thing is you need to understand where the things are applied. What's the logic now? This is my original text. Do you agree with me? Now watch. First for substring I need the position now. So I took this position as what? 1. From there I need all the characters, 1 character before this underscore. So I have to calculate where that underscore is. Okay. So what I am doing is just watch. I am saying in string of sample underscore text, check that underscore. Now I am saying first position, first character. First position, first character is where now? Sorry, first position, first occurrence, where it is now? 7. 7 minus 1, 6. So automatically sample came out. Then I am going with substring once again, and I am going with the construct and composition of this, and I am just trying to go with the process. Now I want the data from T now. So what I am saying, in string of sample underscore text, search for what? Underscore, first position, first occurrence, where it is? Tell me, 7th position, 7 plus 1, 8. Because of that in string, that substring is becoming dynamic. You have to just understand the rule of the logic and you have to work out. Just another 2 minutes to catch yourself very quickly. As the number of characters are increasing, your logic becomes critical. Here how many words I am having? Come on now. 3 words. I want to cut all the 3 words one after the another. So you just watch how I am making out now. Cutting the first character is easy. Cutting the first word is easy. Cutting the last is easy. The middle one needs some common sense of logic. Therefore I said, substring and string together they will work. Just for your convenience, I want to concentrate. Let us cut this apple now, okay? Watch. Starting from first position, in string of apple is fruit, search for what? Underscore. Starting from first position, for how many occurrences? 1 occurrence. Found or not found? Found. What's the value? Commandment 6. 6 minus 1, 5. So automatically apple came out. Now let us cut this fruit. Okay, fruit is very easy. Last one. Once again you are coming along with me. In string of apple is fruit, search for what? Commandment underscore. Starting from first position, how many occurrences? Second occurrence. Exactly for second occurrence where it is? 9th position. 9 plus 1, 10. So automatically you are cutting what now? Fruit. But if we want to cut this is now, is 1 before 1 after logic. You have to just give that logic definitely. So you just watch here. In string of underscore. Search for first position, first occurrence, where it is. Come on now. 6. 6 plus 1, 7. So start at 7th position. From 7th position, how many characters I need? 2 characters. But how you will tell 2 characters now? Watch carefully. In string of apple is fruit, search for underscore from first position, 2 occurrences. Okay? Now I am just going with this. What is the value? 9. 9 minus 1, 8. Now once again, in string apple is fruit, and then search for underscore, first position, first occurrence, where it is? 6. 8 minus 6, 2. What you are doing, this is called as hard coding. Means I am telling the positions by myself. If the positions change, what happens? It will not work. But this logic can work anytime. So can you give solutions or not? Learning functions is not important for me. Can you give solutions or not? Suppose a situation is coming like this. An Indian house address is given me, and he said, cut the area, street, lane, sector, building, floor, flat, door. And here you want, the delimiters are also not same always. If you don't have your patience, please don't come to software industry, okay? That's a simple suggestion I can give you. Definitely your brain has to work in these areas, not my brain. It's a tremendous, substring instincts are tremendous data cleaning functions. Tremendous data cleaning functions. So it's all up to you. So I think you can feel the heat of the functions now. Okay? So we are not feeling it. We'll get that, don't worry. Because it's winter, because of the chillness, you cannot feel the temperature. Okay? Definitely we'll keep heaters under the bottom of our seat and will work. Don't worry. Okay? So we are not yet feeling the temperature. We'll start blistering, then blisters will start bursting. So before that is happening, better start working. So we have a long weekend. So don't kick your blankets and sleep, thinking that early morning chhod diya to 3 din so jayenge, okay? And come on the next day of a Christmas and ask me, sir, who are you? Definitely I am not going to be Santa, okay? So better start working. Have a long weekend. And happy Christmas for you once again on Tuesday. Thank you very much.